But right now we have our next panelist with us, who is Brother Idris Patel. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you today?
Alhamdulillah.
So Brother Idris, he runs a charity called Supporting Humanity, and he has done a lot of work, or has been doing a lot of work, and is still going on. This work's been going on for about 2 weeks, where they've been on the ground since this lockdown. So tell us more about it.
So basically, we've come up with the initiative to feed a minimum of 1,000 hot meals every day to either the NHS hospitals, people who are sort of working over the hours of 12 hours, and also the over 65 vulnerable people.
So at the moment, you're actually doing more than 1,000 on. You're doing about 1,500 meals a day, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, yes. As the news is getting out, there's more and more people contacting us, especially hospitals, even Nightingale Hospital, which is in Excel. Alhamdulillah, even they've contacted us, and we've been providing meals since Friday as well towards them. So approximately 1,500 meals at present. And with the help of some local businesses and a few other people, we've brought the cost to £1 per tub, alhamdulillah.
Oh, brilliant. We've got a clip of some of your work. Let's have a look at that, inshallah. Take this.
Is there some food?
Thank you so much. This morning I've only just gone to get 10 million drinks of water. Look, I walk with my water. We're very grateful, but this must be costing you a fortune.
No, don't worry about the cost. The cost, this is nothing compared to what the sacrifices you guys are making. So, we really appreciate what you guys are doing. Really appreciate it.
How you doing, Steve? You alright? Yeah, there you go, mate. Thank you so much. A bit of food for you guys from front line. Hopefully it serves you well. And keep up the good work.
I just want to say thank you to Eman Channel at Saffron Street.
And also to Gafour and Montana Aid. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I'm eternally grateful to Eman Channel for supplying my family with this food. Otherwise we wouldn't have anything. Thank you so much, so much. I won't forget your kindness. Thank you.
From the Compassion Care team at Nightingale XL. So what have you just received? Let's have a look.
Delicious looking lamb biryani.
Thank you so much. It's really kind because we're all trying, working hard to kind of get on top of how we make plans for the hospital when it opens. So this is really, really appreciated.
Yeah, amazing.
Very much
Thank
so.
you.
Thank you so much.
So we've got some of the intensive care team here on their breakout from their 24-hour shifts at the moment, who are having some of this food. What do you guys think?
Really good.
Really good.
Yeah, very nice. Very good. Thank you so much.
Very tasty.
Yeah, thank you very much. Lovely.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate all the support that we get from the public, and people really are supporting the NHS. So
Good.
keep it up.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Jazakallah khair for Eman Channel for providing us food. We are unable to get out.
Allah give you more power to help all people in the world. Inshallah.
Mashallah, that is really, really impressive. There is a lot going on in there, and I'd like to ask you, what inspired you to provide meals to the NHS?
Alhamdulillah, basically I work with a group of people who initially started off from the graveyard. So we from the graveyard had an idea where we've started to work with hospitals, doctors and surgeons, especially regarding mental health and other issues within our community. So over the past 8-9 months, we've been working with hospitals and doctors. So initially when the coronavirus happened, one of the doctors contacted us and said one of the major issues at this present moment is the canteens are closed, the doctors are working long hours, and there's a stress upon everyone and anyone. So the brothers and I got together and we thought about what we could do. So the initiative was about trying to give them hot meals to take the tension off them getting some nice fresh food and everything. So then we were worried initially about a financial issue. So we got together, we thought about people that we could contact. And alhamdulillah, we initially contacted Eman Channel to partner up with them to try and get some help and the support. And then we went to Saffron Kitchen, who are a restaurant stroke, a very good catering company. We asked them for their help and they were really, really good and helpful. And we went to Gulf Poultry, who do meat and chicken, one of the biggest suppliers of the country. They, alhamdulillah, donated us free chicken towards the cost. And then we also had some local businesses like Letting International and a few other people who, alhamdulillah, financially have helped us. All of that gave us the inspiration to bring the cost down to £1 a tub and give us the support and the backing. And due to that, we've taken the step to, inshallah, go out there every day, support these people. Also with the networking and everything, it gives us the opportunity to show what we're about, what Islam's about. It's about keeping people happy and also working with these people.
The British Muslims, they've really come together during this tough period, haven't they?
Alhamdulillah, I think really, really good support, especially at the moment where we're doing home-to-home visits, with supplying people, deaf people, blind people, non-Muslims and Muslims. The beauty of this is this project itself, it's working with volunteers. The amount of young volunteers that we have captured, all between the ages of 25 to 40, all come out every day with their vehicles, their personal self, so donating time, their vehicle, their own fuel, coming out to help us and succeed in this project. The beauty of this is seeing everyone working together and also trying to abide by the laws of the country, of also not forming in groups, doing what we need to, trying to stay patient and showing what we're all about.
I saw earlier on you're actually delivering to Nightingale Hospital at the London XL Arena, and I'm quite surprised because this hospital opened literally a couple of days ago and you're already there, mashallah. How have they taken it?
Alhamdulillah. So we're working with 12 hospitals and ambulance service as well. Nightingale itself are working very closely with us. I work very closely for the burial service, so I've been in contact with Nightingale. The CEO of the Nightingale Hospital, alhamdulillah, has also been following us on Twitter. So he's also sent a few messages, been really grateful about what we're doing, and he's also kept us on board about what the hospital is going to try and do. So we knew about Nightingale Hospital approximately 10 days before it was opened or announced. And they're really, really helpful and grateful towards what we're doing, even about the new initiative. So, for example, there's a lot of panic within the Muslims at this present moment regarding burials, about graves. So we're working very closely with all the hospitals because they're all broken into different parts.
So what other hospitals, other than Nightingale Hospital, what other hospitals are you dealing with? Which areas? I'm guessing it's predominantly London?
So we're doing London, North London, South London, West London. We've even been up to Croydon as well. So we've gone as far as Croydon. We're covering Essex areas. So we've got a few businesses, alhamdulillah, who are sponsoring a few local hospitals like King George's and a few others. So we're covering a lot in London. So Barts, St Thomas. So we've got 14 hospitals in total, including Newham General, Barts, Kings, Queens. So we've got Lewisham Hospital as well, St Thomas Elizabeth. So numerous hospitals in total.
So how does an average day go? Because there's just so much going on, I can't follow. You're doing deliveries to a number of hospitals. Okay, fine, the traffic's a bit less now because everyone's on lockdown, but it's still a lot of travelling, stopping, getting out the vehicle. Tell us about an average day.
The beauty of this is Saffron Kitchen start the day for us at 5 a.m. every day. Saffron Kitchen will start their work. That includes washing the meat, getting prepared for the food, preparing our food for us. So fresh vegetables coming, they've got numerous people coming in, and obviously they have to abide by the health and safety rules and also making sure everything is fresh and healthy for us. So it starts at 5 a.m. And then they start cooking, they'll get everything prepared. Then we start preparing the packing of the tubs approximately between 9:30 and 10 o'clock because we try to consume our food and make sure it's eaten within 4 to 5 hours of it being packed. So it's at 9:30 to 10 o'clock we'll start packing the food. All the drivers approximately will start turning up at 11 o'clock to 11:30. We'll start making sure that they're packing their food into the vehicles. Then they get onto the road, deliver by between 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And then they're coming back onto us. So alhamdulillah, we aim to do all our work of delivering between 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And that's how our day goes.
So could I ask, why have you specifically chosen hot food? I mean, you could provide cold food or food, long-term items. Why hot food?
All the canteens in the hospitals have been closed down due to safety and hygiene issues at this present moment with coronavirus. So the biggest issue was the doctors not getting hot food. So the hospitals are being provided sandwiches and cold food, and that's the beauty of this. That's the reason when we're turning up to hospitals, the doctors, the surgeons, the nurses, everyone are really grateful to see us. Honestly, sometimes it feels like I'm out of school because they're waiting at the doors, they're ready for us, and we're serving them. And the gratitude we're getting. Today we wanted to thank them, so I've been trying to get my drivers to start record some messages where we're saying thank you to them, thank you for working all the hard hours. And it's the opposite, where they're sending us messages on our Twitter and Insta accounts as well. Like the amount of doctors that have sent us private messages saying thank you to us and continue with the hot food. That's the beauty of hot food, that they're getting something and it's filling their stomachs, and the long hour shifts that they're working is making them a lot more comfortable.
Alhamdulillah, it is really, really inspirational. So how many volunteers do you have during this whole thing? Right.
So if I say how many people have nominated themselves, I've got approximately 100 people who have texted me to say that they want to help with the driving, delivering of the work. Then we've also got other people who are doing numerous other parts of volunteering. So I've also got some graveyard work, which we do. So what we try to do is share the workload out. At this present moment, we're helping with digging graves as well, helping other people in other communities to dig graves, prepare graves, helping with burials and preparing ghusls and stuff like that. So we've got approximately on the ground itself, we've got over 150 volunteers helping with numerous different roles.
Wow. And we've got quite a few partners in this for this the help that you're providing. So you've got Saffron Kitchen and Saffron Street, and you mentioned Gafoor. How are Gafoor helping?
So Gafoor Poultry are the suppliers of our meat and chicken. So they've been really, really good to us in helping to bring the cost down of the food. So what they're doing is supplying us with meat and chicken, fresh meat and chicken, I should say as well. So they supply it to us every day, and that's brought the cost down of the food. Then there's Saffron Kitchen, who are preparing our foods for us, doing the vegetables, the packing of the food, preparing the rice, the oils, all the other ingredients required to make the food and cook the food. Then the packing side of it, even putting it into tubs, Saffron Kitchen do all of that. So realistically, the cost of making these tubs is £1 due to the help of Gafoor and Saffron Kitchen. Then comes the other local businesses who have also got involved. So there's the likes of Letting International. We've also got football clubs, 2 local football clubs, FC Leytonstone and a few other people who have also got involved, and loads of local small businesses and local volunteers and other people have donated generously. And alhamdulillah, due to that, we're being able to pay the cost of £1 per tub every day.
MashaAllah. And you've also got the TV channel as well on board.
Eman Channel has been a really, really helpful channel to us. They're guiding us in the way that we should be leading this project. They're trying to make sure that we're not going the wrong path. Alhamdulillah, I've got a lot of people that I know sort of thing, but they keep telling me I'm not allowed to use them because some of the celebrities I'm trying to bring on board, they're saying, nope, you need to make sure that everything we're doing is halal. That's one of the most incentive things to do. And also to remember that this project's not about today, but also working tomorrow. So remember the way that we want to do projects. And basically, I've got other intentions, inshallah, for the long run. So what Eman Channel have done is guided us to how to run this project as well.
Okay, mashallah, it is truly impressive, and may Allah reward you and all the volunteers. How are the volunteers finding it in terms of the work? Because obviously if they're volunteering, I'm guessing they're not currently working. So they've probably got their own stresses in terms of finances or worried about their security, their job security. So how are they finding it?
Alhamdulillah, some of them, just like me, when they're locked up in the house, they're looking for any excuse to get out of the house. So mashallah, they're very grateful to me for that. But genuinely, all the self-employed guys and all the other, everyone wants to come and help. It seems like it's brought the community and the people together during this time of need. It's really beautiful to see people come together.
So do you still need more volunteers?
I always say that every bit helps. So yes, if someone comes to me and says, I want to help, the way I look at it is it's a way that, alhamdulillah, Allah has given me a chance to bring people together, also maybe take them off the road from something wrong that they're doing, but maybe even be something successful in the future for every little thing they do. So it's not just about what they're going to do in this project, but inshallah from this they'll also be doing loads of other beautiful things.
So at the moment you're delivering, you're going to 150 or so houses personally, well, not yourself, but each house, and you're delivering a number of meals to that household. how have these households found it? Tell us some stories about it.
So Eman Channel has helped us create a poster. So we're asking local residents or other people to help us to find these people. For example, there's a brother called Asif who's helped us locate 50 people, and he's filled in 50 forms of names and vulnerable people over the age of 65, or people with medication issues, numerous other issues, where we will go to them, saves them from coming out of the house and not worry about the stress of hot meals. The amount of phone calls we're getting from people just to confirm they're going to have their hot meal, and the gratitude they're showing when they're receiving the hot meal, because a lot of these people can't come out of their houses. We serve approximately 375 hot meals to residents today, so meaning delivered to their house. Like you said, it's about 150 residents, but alhamdulillah, 375 meals, which means it's not just a person themselves, but people within their family that we're also feeding.
And when I first saw the poster, this was about a week ago. Initially, you were limited to a number of areas. I believe it was Ilford, Barking, Upton Park, and or Manor Park and East Ham. But from what I've heard, that you've actually expanded and you're going to other areas like Plaistow, Stratford, Barkingside, Dagenham.
Entirely correct. So what we're trying to now do is we're trying to do the Newham/Essex areas of London. Alhamdulillah, like I've said, a lot of local businesses, especially the likes of Leighton International, FC Leytonstone, Saffron, Gafoor Poultry, because they're all coming together and working with Eman Channel and supporting humanity, we can alhamdulillah expand on this project, and we can serve people with more meals. The beauty of this is there's loads of other people that have donated so much money, and also giving us the backing and support, by even giving us the encouragement to say, don't say no to anyone. If anyone needs any help, they're going to be there to try and help us. So alhamdulillah, we are expanding, and we're not going to say no to anyone.
I've seen on the leaflet there's a link and for donations. I was browsing through it early on, and mashallah, there are so many donations constantly coming every hour or so. Has this helped you guys quite a bit?
Alhamdulillah, it's like they say, every penny helps. So we've even had young children donate towards it. The people of old age are also donating. Every penny helps, and yes, we do encourage people to continue donating, because it's with their help that we can continue this project running.
So those who can't, who may not be able to donate, or those who may not be able to come out of their houses and physically help during this lockdown, how else can someone help during this?
It's like Mufti Meng said earlier, the du'as, inshallah, they're making du'as for us, and inshallah some brother or some sister out there will probably come out from the huts and they'll be donating more. Realistically, all we're saying to people is, if not money, just keep making du'as and keep making sure that you pray that we're on the right path and we're successful in what we're trying to do. It's the intention that they say that makes you successful. So that's all we're saying, that the intention that we made initially was to, inshallah, feed people hot meals, especially the vulnerable, the doctors, and help people. And we just hope that our intention is what Allah accepts, and that gives us a success.
So are there any unique stories or unique people that you've met, people that may inspire us, in fact?
Alhamdulillah, I've just mentioned about 9 people who are clearly blind, completely blind, deaf, and the lady rang me 3 days ago. She was overwhelmed by the meals that we provided to her, the service that we provided, and she was crying her eyes out and just thankful for what we're doing. And we just, she was not even a Muslim lady, she's a white lady, and when she found out my name, she wanted to know a bit more about the history behind us. And when we just said we're just nobodies, we're just people who have come together and are trying to do this, the lady was overwhelmed and just really, really thankful.
That's, again, mashallah, it's, every time you tell me about it, I'm just impressed, mashallah. And just last week, a lot of us, or a few people that I personally know, they were in lockdown, and they were wondering how can they help. And I saw how they could help, and I mean, they couldn't donate much, they couldn't come out, but what they were doing was they were sharing the poster, and they were just sharing that everywhere. Does this help by sharing the poster?
Alhamdulillah. So what we've been trying to encourage people, especially the doctors, the nurses, and everyone that I know, I'm saying to them, look, it's not your money I'm after, but try and at least follow the charity. So the Instagram page, the Twitter page, and even maybe our website. at least try and give us the following and understand the support we're giving, because that will be the networking that we're looking for. Because it's not just about giving your money, but it's also the support. Because alhamdulillah, by them coming on our page and saying thank you, or just a like on our Instagram page, the initiative and the encouragement it will give us, inshallah, to continue doing what we're doing is unbelievable.
SubhanAllah. And the general people, I'm sure there must be some younger people as well who are self-isolating. Are you specifically focusing on the group who are aged over 60, or are you focusing on anyone who's isolating?
So we're looking for people who are isolated, especially, so we're concentrating on people who are over 65 with medical issues. But what I always say to people is, it's people who are not allowed to really come out of the house, so with any disability or any issues and reasons why you're not allowed. So you could be a carer, and because of your caring that you're not allowed out of the house, I'll also consider them to be someone who requires a meal. So to me, it's really it's going out there, being given the opportunity to help these people. There's a massive reward. For I've been told all my life by my mother that feeding someone is, you're a lucky person to be able to do that, and Allah sort of accepts you and you're able to go and do that. And the amount of people that are taking part in this project and being given the opportunity to go and feed people and being held to give that reward, alhamdulillah, all I say is everyone should take part.
So those who are actually isolating, self-isolating or under quarantine, I'm sure they wish that they could do something. What advice would you give them?
We've had numerous people, when we go to give them hot food, trying to give us money just for the donation and stuff, we continue to say the same thing. If they don't want to donate, but as long as they're not giving because they feel they have to pay, all we're saying to us is please continue your support. Go to our Instagram page, our Twitter pages, and please continue putting your good comments in, because all of this will inshallah help us and keep continuing our initiative of doing bigger things and better things also in the future. This is just one of the projects that we're looking at this present moment. Inshallah, we're hoping that we can also help the Muslims with graveyard issues, deaf issues. Maybe in the long run, one of our aims when we started this project was to work with people with mental issues, alcohol issues, drug-related issues. The amount of problems and issues that we have in this country today, with especially our youth with alcohol, drug and mental issues, is unbelievable. So one of our aims, inshallah, in the long run is to try and start some sort of program stroke project up to help the people in the future.
MashaAllah. So if somebody wants to either register for themselves, as in they're isolating and they're in need of this service, or they know someone, how do they contact you?
So we've got a poster at this present moment, so we're asking people to register with the poster. So all they have to do is go onto the poster, which we've shown earlier in the program, go into the link and just put their name, address down, and then one of our volunteers will inshallah deliver food to them the following day or the day after. So like I said, our charity has become something from word of mouth, so everyone's passing the word along, and that's what we're doing.
So it's that simple, literally. You just go online, fill out I'm guessing a form that takes maybe a minute?
Yep, 30 seconds. I promise you, no ID is required, no passport, no driving license. We're not a bank. Just simple, register your name and address, and inshallah we'll deliver.
You're not doing vigorous checks, you're just believing them at face value?
100%, that's what we're doing.
That's brilliant. And how about if somebody wants to donate towards the cause? How would they do that?
We also have a Just Donate page, and we've partnered up with Eman Channel, who have helped us raise a Just Donate page, and people can go on the Just Donate page and inshallah donate towards it.
I think I saw the link. Yeah, I think it was muslimgiving.org/hot food. People can make their donations via that link, and if they want to sign up for the food, it's emanchannel.tv/hot food. So it's been really, really insightful. And do you have any final words or last words to the viewers or to the community about this during this time?
All I can say to everyone is that, other than our project, if you know anyone that's also requires your help, and if you can get out, then please do go and help them. But the most important thing is to remember, at this present time, make sure you're wearing your PPEs, your mask, your gloves, and also protect your own family, because it's not just yourself that's in danger. Everyone around you could be also troubled just because you're not wearing the right clothing and protective.
MashaAllah. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on this show. and I'm sure our viewers at home have really benefited. So I would like to say Jazakallah khair to you. I would also like to say Jazakallah khair to all your volunteers at Supporting Humanity, to all the volunteers at Saffron Street, Saffron Kitchen, to those at Ghafoor, and to everyone at Eman Channel who have been helping this project. Also to the NHS, obviously, and to all the key workers who have received this quite well and have been very cooperative with yourselves, because obviously without the cooperation we wouldn't be able to. So I would like to remind the viewers, every Tuesday, Thursdays and Sundays 8:30 p.m. we are live. We'll see you on the next show, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.